I think it's important for people to realize that, especially leaders, that we've been forced into this digital mindset for so long. We had phrases like digital transformation, and we had, this notion that you have to express everything in a binary world. And AI doesn't work that way. AI is analog. AI is much more, has much more depth to it. Some people will naturally gravitate toward that. It makes sense to them to talk to a computer. It never made sense to them to have to adopt language and coding and commands and things like that to interact with a machine. Other people are so conditioned by the digital world. And this is where I think Gen X has a little bit of an unfair advantage in AI. We grew up with a foot in both worlds. We had the opportunity to leverage this digital world, but we didn't have to be defined by it. And so people are going to have an uneven adoption curve. It's not going to be like your younger employees are going to just dive on the AI train and your older employees are going to resist it. It's much more complicated than that. And you're not going to solve it with training. There will be people that instinctively get it. There will be people that never get it. And most people will be in between, where they need to have the moment where they see that, "Oh, this isn't just a toy. I can actually do something meaningful in my life. It's not just a better version of Google." So you can't really cram it down people's throats and expect a good result. There are actually people that are using tools to just fake burn AI tokens so that they can hit their token budgets that they need to for their personal KPIs. That's bananas. And incentivizing that is like incentivizing a steel plant to use as much electricity as possible. They need as much output as possible, and electricity is a byproduct of that, but they shouldn't be using more electricity than they need to, because it's already an enormous amount. And so you want to give adopters some grace in their token usage, that they're going to be inefficient and ineffective early on and use more tokens than the next person who's a little bit further down the curve to accomplish the same task. But at the same time, incentivizing tokens as an output means that you don't have those users then growing into better patterns and ways to work. I think a much better approach is to find champions inside different parts of the business that can be those early adopters and show people the way.